The burden of truth. A girl wronged. A CEO's silent vow. Hello and welcome back. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss another powerful story. Your support means the world. It's what keeps these stories alive. In our last episode, we witnessed a moment that would shatter any soul. Deep, a quiet and kind-hearted woman, was cruelly accused by her ex-husband's family of stealing property documents to secure a loan. It was a lie designed to destroy her. And as she was taken away in handcuffs, the only person who looked on with anguish and disbelief was James, a man who had silently admired her resilience and quiet grace. Today, the real story unfolds. One of shattered trust, buried secrets, and the quiet rise of justice. After her arrest, Deep found herself alone in the cold fluorescent glow of the police interrogation room. Two investigators bombarded her with questions. Where have you been? Did you take the documents? Are you the one who pawned them? With tired but unwavering eyes, Deep answered, "Since the day they threw me out, I've had nowhere to go. I've never returned to that house. I've been living on the streets, barely surviving." But when asked for evidence or witnesses, Deep had none. Only her dignity. Her silence was met with suspicion. Due to lack of evidence, one investigator declared, "We'll release you temporarily. But if you can't prove your innocence within 3 days, you'll face prison time." Released, but not free, she returned to her makeshift shelter, a fragile structure barely holding against life's storm. Meanwhile, back at her former in-law's home, anxiety brewed. Pal's parents argued in hushed tones, unsure whether Deep or Linda, Pal's new wife, had stolen the documents. To complicate matters further, loan sharks had come knocking, demanding payment, referring only to the daughter-in-law of this house. Tension mounted until Pal's mother, known for her cruelty, lashed out. "Linda does nothing. If it weren't for the baby in her belly, I'd have thrown her out too." Her bitterness filled the room. Finally, she barked at Pal, "Go find her. She can't just vanish." Pal obeyed, wandering from house to house in search of Linda. But she had disappeared. No one knew where she'd gone. Exhausted, desperate, and consumed by frustration, Pal turned to alcohol. Beneath a tree, he drank himself into oblivion. While one man spiraled downward, another rose with purpose. James couldn't stop thinking about Deep. Her eyes, her silence, her unjust arrest. He couldn't sleep. Something about her story wouldn't let him go. Determined, he hired private investigators to dig deeper. What they uncovered shocked even him. Deep had been sold into marriage at just 16. She endured 5 years of a joyless, childless union, not due to her, but because Pal was infertile. Linda, Pal's current wife, wasn't who she claimed to be. Her real name was Tra, a practiced con artist. And the child she carried? Not Pal's. Another man's. With each revelation, James's empathy deepened. Deep hadn't just been wronged, she had been betrayed, abandoned, and scapegoated by everyone who should have protected her. Though he couldn't undo her past, James vowed to help her reclaim a future. But Deep, newly released and destitute, was alone. No food, no money, nothing. Desperate, she ventured into the forest to gather firewood. Under the searing sun, she carried a bundle nearly larger than herself, down slippery paths, aching and exhausted, driven by the hope that someone might buy it. But vendor after vendor turned her away. Who still uses firewood? They scoffed. By late afternoon, she wandered past the gates of a sprawling industrial complex, James's Wood Manufacturing Company. Fate intervened. James, on site inspecting operations, spotted her instantly. There she was, dusty, hunched, worn down by life. He rushed over. Deep looked up, startled. She offered a faint smile. "Firewood," she said softly. "Only $1. It's okay if you don't need it." Without a word, James took out his wallet and handed her $10. "No," she gasped. "I'm only asking for $2. Please, I can't accept more." James smiled gently. "I'll pay what I want. Think of it as helping me clean the yard." He offered her a ride. She refused. "I'm used to walking," she murmured, and turned away, but James wasn't done. "Yesterday, why were you arrested?" he asked quietly. Deep stopped, her back still to him. "They said I stole the documents," she said through trembling lips. "But they had no proof." "I have 3 days to clear my name, or I go to prison." Her voice broke. "I don't know if anyone can help." "Maybe no one can." Tears streamed down her cheeks. "But thank you. For being kind." She walked away quickly, hiding her grief. James stood still. His heart ached, not out of pity, but something deeper. Something inexplicable. He watched her disappear behind a row of gray buildings. But her image, frail, proud, determined, was imprinted on his soul. And so begins a story not just of injustice, but of courage. Of a man moved by quiet strength. Of a woman who carried her burdens with grace. And of a truth that demands to be revealed. Will James uncover the full truth? Will Deep be exonerated? Or will time run out before justice can prevail? The answers lie ahead.